Video games were created out of the desire to escape reality, to have fun and use technology to expand what's possible. From the Atari to the PlayStation 5, video games are on a meteoric rise in our world. But what if I told you there's a very dark, manipulative, and sinister side to the video game industry? Let's jump in. Microtransactions have always been a part of the video game industry. Our parents used quarters at the arcade to play all day and night to get the highest score on classic games. But now, the industry is taking a turn for the worst. Mediocre games are released every year that require hundreds of dollars to get the full experience and keep up with the competition. If you want to be good at the game, the cost rises even more. Paying for attributes, new characters, the newest best guns or attachment, companies are finding ways to add as much microtransactions into gaming as possible. Today, we're going to look into these accusations specifically in a couple games. Madden NFL, in multiple years, have been increasing the microtransactions. We'll be diving into Take Two Interactive, who released NBA 2K21 2019. These companies are after one thing: cash money. They're targeting the youth, teenagers, even young 10, 11-year-olds looking for money. The days of arcade are gone. These companies will do what they can to become million and billionaires while leaving us, the gamers, in the wreckage. The revenue shows, the evidence is there, but what can we do about it? Our first example today will be looking at NBA 2K21. As soon as you jump into the game, you're bombarded with advertisements to buy their cards for my team, to buy new clothes for your my player. My career is the #1 game mode in NBA 2K21. To increase your attributes, to get skill boosts, it costs virtual currency. Now this VC is actually real money, and here is the transition rate here. We have 10, 20, 50, $100 for virtual currency. So this is not virtual currency. This is real money. Without these boosts, your player cannot be competitive. Not only that, you're required to buy Gatorade. Gatorade costs virtual currency. So thousands of VC to ensure the stamina of your player is good enough just to play the game. Swags sells clothes for your my player. One shirt can cost 15,000 virtual currency. We have real life brands. So Honor the Gift by Russell Westbrook. 16,000 virtual currency. Marathon Clothing Company by Nipsey Hussle. 15,000 virtual currency. My question is, what are you willing to pay to play? Do video game companies have the right to advertise hundreds of dollars of brands to young adults, to our youth who are playing these games? These are directly marketed to our youth to get them to spend their parents' money. Here we have a new player, starts out at a 60 overall, just to increase his attributes to an average playable character. It's going to cost us over 160,000 virtual currency. Madden NFL 21, the leading and only licensed NFL game for any game console. EA Sports holds the right to all NFL teams and content. And what do they do with this right? They create a game focused and based on stealing our money. It is rampant with microtransactions geared toward our youth and towards stealing our money. You can't play, you can't be competitive, you can't enjoy Madden 21 without spending hundreds of thousands of dollars. YouTube is full of content creators who open packs and create a gambling environment so that you will go back to your game console and spend money. EA Sports created points. So instead of virtual currency, you must buy points. These packs here cost 2,000, 5,000, 8,000 points. Now, how much do these cost? 8,900 points, $75. When you open these packs, you are not guaranteed to get a good player. You have a random probability to pull or select the player that you want, and you're still spending real money, hoping that you will pull the player that will make you the best Madden player. Microtransactions are not only found in sports games nowadays. Some of our leading first-person shooters are also rampant, with microtransactions geared towards kids and any video gamer who wants to be good at the game. Competitive Call of Duty requires that you have a season battle pass, which updates every 3 months and costs real money. Just like NBA 2K and NFL Madden, you are required to buy Call of Duty points to keep up with the coolest gadgets. All of these, all of the art, the marketing is geared towards kids. This type of gaming is not okay. Let's look into some deeper numbers here and see how much money these companies are really making. The numbers are staggering. Activision Blizzard made 3.37 billion from microtransactions, which the company calls in-game net bookings. Moving on to EA. In one quarter this year, for their live services, EA made $789 million, down from last year, but unacceptable and not okay. While microtransactions are increasing, the quality of games are steadily declining. Here, Madden has a 63 on Metacritic. Unacceptable for how much money they make. Looking deeper, They have a zero point 0.2 user score from actual users. The game is horrible, and they are making $1 billion every quarter from us. NBA 2K has a 0.7 user score as well. These games are not of quality. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, while it has a 76% on Metacritic, which is not bad, a 4.4 on Common Sense Media, when we dive deeper, it has a 3.3 user score. Players playing this game are not enjoying it. The content is not there, but the microtransactions are. Let's take a look at two single-player games that do not rely heavily on microtransactions. Compare these scores to the scores that you just saw. These are the first two that I searched up to compare them to. Make your own assumptions, your own opinions based on the facts that you see here. Many people argue that these microtransactions are fine. It's your choice if you want to buy something or not. Let's dive into that statement a little bit and see what makes humans overspend on these games. It's something called addiction. What causes addiction? The word addiction is derived from a Latin term for enslaved by or bound to. Anybody who has struggled to overcome an addiction understands why. Addiction exerts a long and powerful influence on the brain that manifests in three ways: craving for the object of addiction, loss of control over its use, and continuing involvement with it despite adverse consequences. Children are spending hundreds of dollars on microtransactions and becoming addicted. We are not only gambling with our money here, we are gambling with our future. We cannot allow these companies to continue to create addicts of our youth. We must hold them accountable for what they're doing.
Hey, thanks for coming
They
in.
are
Let me know if you
ruining
need
the
anything.
video game industry. We cannot support them. We cannot allow the microtransaction addiction to continue. It is our responsibility to take a stand, to stop buying the games, to stop spending the money, and to teach our youth what it means, what are loot boxes. How can we stop ourselves? If this continues, we will begin to see kids in therapy and Gamers Anonymous to stop them from spending money. I laid out all the facts for you. You saw the evidence. I'll let you make the choice. Let you decide what you believe. The company making billions of dollars,
Have a great day.
or the family struggling to put food on their table? You decide.